America, there's a snake in my boot, and it's Tom Hanks. He just won't leave me alone. He won't leave you alone. Hell, he won't leave the world alone. I don't know why he keep appearing, but Tom Hanks just went on Saturday Night Live to disrespect every conservative to the surprise of everyone. Now, this isn't really a good look since people are alleging that Tom Hanks is someone that's on the Epstein list and claiming that he's this and claiming that he's that, about pizza and whatnot. It's just everywhere. I'm not here to put any of that on Hanks. I'm just here to review everything and try to figure out what makes him dislike this base so much. It's time to unfortunately expose Tom Hanks and his entire Toy Story with it too.
Oh, well, thank you. Hey, now speaking of church, can I say something? If more folks went to church, we wouldn't be in this mess we're in now.
Now, I don't like to actually pause a video as soon as it starts because that can drive some viewers off, so please excuse me when I say this. This is ignorant. Why would he start off the joke with kind of making fun at Christianity in a way? Because it's on Saturday Night Live. It's put in a comedical way. What is really funny about saying how church can change things or prayer can change things or God can change things, that in itself really isn't funny because it ain't specifically, I know it's aimed at Christians, but it could be disrespectful to all religions. I don't really see how that in itself is a joke. And it does actually, in my opinion, it kind of gives conservatives some leeway. If you had to make a parody of liberals, you got to put on blue hair, talk about women's rights, just make a lot of wild, radical statements that don't apply to what's actually going on. But to attack conservatives, you mean to tell me you got to attack Christianity as a whole? That means conservatism is synonymous with Christianity. That means conservatives are typically people that follow a religion. They're not godless people. They're individuals that have some type of morals, some type of backing, some type of belief. Even Saturday Night Live can acknowledge that, and they try to make fun out of it. In my opinion, it makes conservatives look better.
You know what? I agree with you, Doug. I'd like to shake your hand, sir. Here we go.
No,
Oh, no. Oh, no. It's just a handshake. Yeah, it's just a handshake. Yeah, all right. You're welcome in Black Jeopardy anytime.
Oh, well, all right. Well, thank you, my brother.
Corn.
Maybe I'll start a show for you to come on, and we'll call it What Jeopardy?
No. We don't need it.
I need some corn, and I'll slap my knee. Because, dog, this is so corny, bro. Acting like he's a, I guess, hillbilly type conservative. But this is the worst hillbilly I've ever seen. Just because you stuttering, hillbillies don't stutter. They say that country shit with proud. Hillbillies don't really stutter. They just talk a little bit faster so people might think it's stuttering. They talking perfectly clear. It's just faster than what most can comprehend. He tries to make conservatives appear illiterate, but at the same time, it shows how tone deaf he is. He can't even be a good hillbilly. We're talking about a Hollywood actor, dude that gets Oscars, can't play appropriate hillbilly. And it just shows that these people have so much passion in their hatred against MAGA and Trump as a whole that their talents go out the window. It's just straight hating. This is an actor that's using his talents to act. This is an individual American that hates conservatives. And I'm not just trying to fuel flames. He's not acting to his best ability. Tom Hanks can act, guys. But this is horrible acting. His character is obviously a Christian, gun-toting, hillbilly conservative. And this is one of the worst, and I'm serious, at least in the past decade, because I don't like to make ultimate statements, one of the worst appropriations of a hillbilly I've ever seen.
We don't need it.
And as the title says, he's been getting absolutely grilled on social media. People have been absolutely grilling Tom Hanks for his outrageous takes. And I tell you, he deserves it all. So I'll scroll through a little bit of this and let you guys just see what's been going viral on X. And if you just search the word Tom Hanks, you will see no one saying anything nice about him. Nobody. And he's done what he wanted to do. He's pissed off an entire base full of conservatives, which I don't really understand what you gain from that after the election being over. I mean, even mainstream media isn't really vilifying Trump. My best friend Malachi, he had brought up Trump is sitting at like, what, a 70-something or 68% approval rating or above. They're not even mad at him. The people that's typically mad at him not. It's just people that's holding grudges or possibly afraid of something that President Trump could be bringing out. I don't know what he expected when you go out and randomly attack conservatives for no reason on a random Sunday of all things. But they responded, as you expect them to. If you go out and attack liberals, you can expect the same type of vitriol. Tom Hanks is the scum of humanity, blah, blah, blah. and you know I'm giving you guys some time to read it. Please pause the video if you need to. Meghan McCain, she doesn't really have room to talk. She's a goddamn traitor. All right. Yeah, they're flipping off Tom Hanks. It's pretty entertaining. And that video right there with Isaac Cappy, we will be segueing into that, I believe, right after this video, just to talk about what people are bringing up about Tom Hanks now. Since Tom Hanks wanted to get in the limelight, people are giving him the limelight yet again. And now they're talking about conspiracy theories of things that implicate Tom Hanks and elites throughout Hollywood, of doing things that aren't legal, of doing things that would essentially get them canceled. If you are on the internet around 2020, you might have heard about these things, and even 2017.
Oh, I'm not going to talk about Tom Hanks either, who is also a pedophile. Tom Hanks, folks, is a pedophile. I'm sorry if this is the kind of bursting your bubble, all this information is new, but it's time that this comes out into the open, because we are going to change the way everything works, because at the top levels of wealth, of power, the very top levels, these people are just sick. And
now, if you don't know, this is Isaac Cappy. He was a comedian, actually cool with Seth Green, the creators of Adult Swim and things like that. He was cool with a lot of these comedians and Hollywood elites. Cappy actually ended up dead like not too long after all of this. He was live on Periscope in Paris, they say, through suicide, as he threw himself onto Route 66 from a bridge, I believe, is the allegation of what happened to Cappy. Cappy said some interesting stuff back in the 19s. He also said that there was some secret organization called like some dude named Q, some stuff like that. Even Cappy, he referenced whatever this crazy stuff is, saying that a dude named Q was close with Trump, and he was getting tabs on all these people and saying Hanks was calling Cappy afraid of Q. And he went on a tirade of all this, and this is where this all came out, alleging Hank to be worse than Diddy. You know, I don't even like to say the words here on YouTube, of course, for obvious reasons, but he alleged some pretty dark stuff about Hanks and the industry as a whole. Now, the problem is that we do see these type of allegations appear for Tom Hanks specifically time and time again, which, you know, me, myself, I'm kind of unaware of why. Even Tom Hanks, when Ricky, I can't really pronounce his last name, but as you see on the video on the right, when he held the Oscars and he was talking about Epstein friends, and people could see Tom Hanks look a little bit uncomfortable, to say the least. It's a couple of things that's happened with Hanks, but they keep trying to tie Hanks to the Epstein, tie Hanks to underground child networks and whatnot. And it makes you wonder, if a lie persists for so long, some people start to wonder if there's some truth to it. Not saying I do, but I can understand where some people start to say, okay, is there some truth to it? Like, who keeps up a lie this long? And how is there always some new details to fuel the lie itself that's always appearing?
And psycho.
Oh, well, thank you. Hey, now speaking of church, can I say something? If more folks went to church, we wouldn't be in this mess we're in now.
You know what? I agree with you, Doug. I'd like to shake your hand, sir. Here we go.
No,
it's crazy.
Oh, no, it's just a handshake. Yeah, it's just a handshake. Yeah, all right.
And Tracy Morgan looking like, man, this is stupid. This is corny as hell. It's not funny. Tracy Morgan is funnier than this. He's a real comedian. He knows this is BS.
You welcome.
I mean, Tracy don't really give a damn. Ever since that damn semi-truck hit his ass from Walmart, he been good since. That's the only nigga I know. Tracy Morgan, only person I know, a comedian, that got rich and famous in Hollywood and still got more money by doing shit regular folk do. By getting hit by a truck by Walmart. Like, god damn. How lucky do you have to be to get hit by a truck by Walmart? I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted.
Black Jeopardy anytime.
Oh, well, all right. Well, thank you, my brother. You know, maybe I'll start a show for you to come on, and we'll call it What Jeopardy?
Spoiler alert, season 2 is on the way, so in the end, he obviously didn't kill himself. Just like Jeffrey Epstein. Shut up. I know he's your friend, but I don't care.
And that was directed to them.
You had to make your own way here in your own plane, didn't you? Right.
I'm not sure how many times you spent the night at the White House, but I think the first time was in the Clinton administration. You were invited by President Clinton to spend the night. Tell me about what you recall from that.
That was a long time ago. There was always a lot of people when in the Clinton White House.
As you can tell, Tom Hanks, he wasn't expecting that question. It took him off guard. But if you don't know, the Clintons actually allowed for Tom Hanks to stay some nights in the White House with them that was supposed to be secret under wraps. And there were allegations of some things, strange things that was happening there. But just look at how Tom Hanks had reacted to that.
And so
and just for a record, I'm just showing viewers some of the content that's been circulating, which leads people to believe Tom Hanks isn't a man of God, or a man of a God most of us might serve.
Small part of holy cow, I'm in the White House. This is a big, big deal. I will tell you, there was one time we happened to be in the White House, didn't spend the night. Me and the family had been in Washington, D.C. We were dedicating the National World War II Memorial at its opening. George W. Bush was president. I sat next to him, and we chit-chatted a little bit during the ceremony that was out on the mall. And we had arranged, my younger kids had not been in the White House ever, so we were able to arrange for a tour. And it was a Sunday, so it was a day off. And so when he was going to come down and I guess go to the gym or something, we were sort of like asked to go stand in one of the other rooms. But my wife had gone to the restroom. She had come out and she was walking down the hallway. And I hear her out there and she says, "Well, hello, Mr. President." And President George W. Bush said, "Well, hello, who are you?" And she says, "Well, I'm Rita Hanks." She used Rita Hanks then. And we were just here, and I'm here with the family. So, "Oh, yeah, really? Well, where are they?" So we stepped out, and the president was in his.
Is there any opportunity? Is there any chance for Harvey Weinstein to come back?
No, I think we're at a watershed moment. This is a sea change. I think his last name will become a noun and a verb. It will become an identifying.
His connection with Harvey Weinstein is more reasons. Another reason why people give him a lot of backlash, because when he was approached about denouncing Harvey Weinstein, this man gave such a poetic Shakespearean type of response that just wasn't needed. He just had to cut to the spot, chase, and say, okay, he's a monster, etc. But Tom Hanks' response was so strange that even that went viral, and they're like, man, this appears to be someone that's in cahoots with these people. And I'm just going to let you guys watch it yourself.
Become an identifying moniker for a state of being for which there is a before and an after. We got to hear from everybody so that we understand how vast and how all-encompassing this was. That's A. B is, it's all got to change. Look, since when has this brand of common decency and professionalism been put on hold just because of sexual dynamics in the workplace? It's inexcusable. It's inexcusable. I think talking about it is the tip of the iceberg. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that's been the case. Everybody has stories about some aspect of the quote-unquote casting couch. On anything anymore except for two things:
Pizza and us.
and us.
My name is Roy, and
So here was the last time that Tom Hanks was on SNL. And it was actually with The Rock, and this had got a lot of backlash itself because people were saying that The Rock made some pretty interesting quotes about pizza and children. And I find it kind of odd that every time Tom Hanks get on SNL, there's backlash. But just the situations that Hanks find himself in, the verbiage, the type of people that he's constantly around, has led to a lot of his fans and people that are his haters into believing that he has some sinister things that's going on behind the scenes. Now, for me to be more open and bold about how I feel about the situation, you have to go to my X account. You can go to Dom Lucre, DOM, you even see on the top right, _LUCRE, and type in the word Tom Hanks. You click on the search button on the top right, and you can see how I feel about Hanks and all the information. But as we are here, we have to operate within the limits of the tube.
and for the most evil invention in the world contest, I invented a child molesting robot.
your pardon, what?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll speak up. It's a robot that is designed to molest children. And I call it Robo Chomo. You see, it's powered by solar rechargeable fuel cells, and it costs pennies to manufacture. And it can, theoretically, molest twice as many children as a human molester in, quite frankly, half the time. So, do I win the contest?
And this is supposed to be comedy, guys. This is supposed to be comedy, but I do find it odd that this is where Tom Hanks had an appearance on SNL prior to the MAGA diss one. He finds himself around a lot of backlash and around some pretty interesting jokes and people. This, to a lot of people, record is one of the most disturbing jokes SNL ever played.
I win? Seems like I win.
Oh my God!
What's wrong?
What's wrong? My most evil idea was a blizzard in July.
And I have to finish this with Alec Baldwin, who is the brother of, well, is this Alec Baldwin? I get the Baldwins confused. But I think this is Alec Baldwin. This is Justin Bieber's father-in-law, who's Stephen Baldwin's brother, I think. And he made a cryptic message around December the 9th, I believe, or 14th, one of those two dates, and saying that judgment pretty much was coming for all, and people assume it's celebrities, and he's had a relationship with Tom Hanks. And for Hanks to come out and attack conservatives like he did and other celebrities are, it makes me feel like they do feel as if some judgment is coming, especially after this cryptic message came out and we see celebrities going haywire in 2025. We're only in February. There's been a lot of celebrities that's gotten very radical against MAGA, including even Jasmine Crockett, which is a newer celebrity, and I exposed her on X about 3-4 days ago. I'm thinking about bringing that expose here to YouTube because it's pretty good. It got a lot of views and it went all viral over the internet, but that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is a lot of people are very, very, very angry, and it's very personal. You're seeing celebrities now being angry, and the media is not backing it up. The media is not pushing it. The media is not fanning the flames. So it has to be personal. What are they afraid of?
All of them. And not one will be able to escape.
It's weird. He does like he's high off his damn rockers. I don't know. It's a strange video to me. It's eerie as hell. But the Tom Hanks information that you constantly probably are seeing in the conspiracies, it makes you wonder, is there some truth to it? Is it unwarranted? If you are aware of something with Tom Hanks or have a reason to dislike him, because he was pushed out to be like America's dad, as one of the most trustworthy and genuine men in Hollywood. So him to go from that to a bitter old man that just hates a political party, like what happened to our legends? What happened to our GOATs? When and why did they become so political? So my main conspiracy is this, and it's not a conspiracy because it's backed up by truths, that when a celebrity first enters the industry, most of the time it's not without the industry's help, but the industry can take a liking to you. If they see that you gravitate to a lot of people, they will actually work with you, build you up, and get with you when you're small. That way they can say, we've done everything for you when you could have got there yourself. Now here's the manipulation. They do this 10, 12 years in the future and say it's time to return payment. 10, 12 years minimum, 30, 40 years maximum, depending on how long you've been in Hollywood, especially if they got blackmail tapes on you, etc. They get you to the point where they say you need us, and they say, well, we need something for you now. We've done this for you for so many years. We've taken care of you. Look at your life. Look at all of this. We need you to get in politics. And I know people might scoff at this and laugh, but it's a true thing. They need them to get in politics once they get to a point to where they can't get no higher. Have you noticed celebrities typically get in politics when they fall off or when they're at the absolute peak? Because that's when the powers that be want to get them to work. Because they say that you've gained enough trust from the people to where if you push some propaganda or you push a narrative, people are more likely to care, and it holds more weight because you've been accepted by society in this aspect and in this aspect. They will invest in these celebrities because a celebrity is just an extension of media. It's like investing in a media group. If you are a liberal Hollywood director and you're working and having lobbyists go up to DC and making connections with the president, it would behoove you to invest in stars like Tom Hanks on their rise. Do as much as you can for him. That way, when it's time for a Democrat candidate in 2028 It looks natural. You got to understand, when they say the world is a stage, the world is a stage. People are living 20 to 40 years ahead of the American public. And this is something I didn't know until I got to start seeing the world stage from behind the scenes. And to close this, to end it on behind the scenes, I've been invited to the White House. I'll be in the White House on Thursday. Super excited. It's a Black History Month event. It got to be the greatest honor in my life. I thought the greatest honor was going to the inauguration just a few weeks ago. And look at God. He ups the bar each time when you think you're at your peak. So I'm super excited for that. As you guys can tell, I normally post twice a day, and it's been a little bit sporadic, had a lot going on. But I'm back. If you can't tell, my spirits are high. My energy is up, and I'm motivated to make more YouTube content because, dude, what are we doing? We need to be at 100K subs to 1 million followers. Like within a few months, we need to get this done. And I believe we're going to get this done. We have the audience. You guys support me so hard. I know we're going to get this done. I'm going to make you proud. I'm going to get us to the next level. And I just want to say thank you for sticking with me, even through all the sporadic breaks and all of these lifestyle changes I'm having. I'm thanking you for everything. We're going to keep pushing this. We're going to break the narrative. And most importantly, I'm going to keep bringing some entertaining content. It's going to get better and better. And I'm going to have more insider information, more celebrities to where I can have them speak here and give you a perspective of what they're saying. I'm going to start bringing some of my friends on, some of the A-listers I know, that we can have some conversations. You know, I want to show you guys what's going on behind the stage. That's my goal. It's to show the people that haven't had the opportunity to see what's going on behind the stage. I want to show you guys the strings. I want to show you guys the setup. I want to show you guys the actors. I want to expose the world to the world stage. Thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe if you can, and click the notification bell if you're enjoying this content so much, because it'll let you know when I post again, which is 7 p.m. Central Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time today. I post twice a day. I want to start upping that. But as of right now, I post 2 a day. I'm back. The only time I can think when that might not be 2 a day is after Thursday when I'm flying out to D.C. But, of course, I'll be at the White House. I'll be back on Friday, and then, boom, 2 a day again. But thanks for staying with me. Let's get this content. Let's get these views. Let's break the narrative.